everybody that I've interacted with has been kind in a season of really needing kindness. I've been able to process a little bit more of the grief from losing my mom, and I am proud to have something that carries on my mom's legacy of artistic ability too. I think I forgot to mention that my mom was an amazing artist, but she never would have showed the world her art. And so, sometimes when I'm scared to show what I'm creating, I say, I'll do it because she couldn't. And I want to be able to have a legacy that my children are proud of.
Hi, everyone. I'm here with Hailey Kiefer. Hi, Hailey.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so thrilled to get to talk to you today about your story and where you're at right now. But before we get there, will you please just introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit more about your family and where you live and what you do.
I'm Hailey, and I live in Texas, just outside of Fort Worth. I'm married to my husband, Pierce, and I have a almost 4-year-old daughter named Noah, and then a 2-year-old named Cash. Back in May of 23, we lost my mom to mental health disease that we didn't know that she was struggling with. And so um, kind of decided to pick up everything out of Austin where we built our life for the past decade, and wanted to be closer to both of our families up in Fort Worth. And so I quit my job. I was very successful in the medical device industry, working in brain and spine surgery, and I loved it. But it
Wow.
was really hard with my kiddos. The schedule was just pretty unpredictable and didn't really collide well with motherhood, I felt like. And so then when we moved up this way, we bought a house that needed a ton of work. And in my grief, I just got to work. I was ripping the baseboards out, installing them, renovating bathrooms, all of that good stuff. But my counselor was like, I think we need to find something that gets you to sit just a little bit more still so that you can not wear yourself out and get your creativity out. And I was like, creative? Like, I'm not a creative. I'm an engineer. Um, I don't have like, that creative drive, and was kind of challenged by that. And I was thinking about what she said when I was installing wallpaper for the first time by myself in a powder room. I started at 5 o'clock on a Friday when my husband got off work and worked until like 3 in the morning installing wallpaper. And my motivation to get through that was like, somebody's gets paid to install wallpaper. Why can't I? And then somewhere in the like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I started thinking after staring at this pattern, like if somebody's designing this pattern that's going on my wall and someone gets paid to do that, why can't I? And so that kind of started the itch, I guess, but I had no idea what that would even look like. Fast forward a couple of months, I was planning out my son's first birthday party, and we had a little rodeo theme. And I couldn't quite find the party decor that I wanted. I bought a John from a company called Ruth and Ralph, which is in my story in a little bit. But I bought a John, and it was a little rodeo toile design. And I started looking into it and found the artist Catherine Cardy. And so she is an Immersion alum from, I guess, probably close to when you started. So then I started looking into that, and I was like, well, if she's doing it and she's in the Fort Worth area, she's a mom, like, why can't I do this too? And so that's kind of where the dream started. And I mean, typically like afraid to fail and scared to dream, but my husband, we stayed at the Stockyards at the Drover Hotel. It's a really nicely decorated, just pretty interior design. And so I was already kind of thinking about that. And he was like, what would it look like if you just like dreamt a little bit? Like, what would you like in your wildest dreams do? And so that's kind of
Mm.
when I started voicing this desire to get art out on products. And then a fellow artist that I met in Waco referred me to your course. I started seeing all of your advertisements and It's like, that's it. Like, that's what I need. Like, I need someone to hold my hand a little bit through learning this. I was able to get the course as a gift for my birthday.
Wow.
Um, and actually, I really wanted a porch swing. And so that's what I asked my husband for. But he was like, no, I'm going to get you this course and you're going to earn the money back for it and buy your porch swing.
My
And so
gosh.
that became one of my goals. I was like, okay, I'm going to earn the money back if I can do that. I don't know. And then I'll get my porch swing with that. So
And did you?
I did. Yes, I connected with the owner of Ruth and Ralph, the maker of the John John that I got for my son's birthday. And I have two patterns licensed with her coming out next year. And then actually through just sharing on Instagram, like I really I'm a full-time mom. I'm not, constantly constantly trying to reach out to companies, but just
Mm.
authentically, this Mommy and Me pajama company reached out to me and they actually found me through a design that I did that was honoring my mom. We took a trip up to Agunquit back in August and spread her ashes. And so I kind of did different scenes of things that she really liked from Agunquit because that's where she would spend her childhood summers. They found me through that, and then they're doing 5 custom designs with me. And so, yeah, I did it, I guess, less than a year.
I assume you didn't have Adobe Illustrator experience,
None. I didn't even know that that's what program you needed to do it.
right?
But
Okay.
I am a software person, so I have run, neuro software and brain surgery, but there was no way I could teach myself Adobe Illustrator without some sort of course.
Wow.
I feel like the course really did it in, bite-sized pieces that made it really easy with, steps that you could follow, template downloads of things that you could play with. So it was helpful to be able to work alongside you and the videos to do exactly what you were doing. And then if I got really stuck having the support group, I don't feel like I ever really got like fully stuck to where I couldn't get out of it. But the support group was helpful a couple of times when I was like, what is happening with this? You probably know that this phase of motherhood can be kind of lonely. And I don't know, just a lot of doing the same thing over and over again and not making progress. And so it's been good to have a little bit of a break from, I don't know, doing things that you have to do over again the next day. Like I feel accomplished with surface design and have had community built through the people that I've met just on
Mhm.
this journey. So Melissa Johnson has been somebody that I was connected with. I had coffee with Catherine Carty, the artist that
Yep.
did Immersion years ago. And I don't know, it's just been good for my soul to be introduced to people that are just good salt of the earth people that I feel like you attract. And everybody that I've interacted with has been kind in a season of really needing kindness. I've been able to process a little bit more of the grief from losing my mom. And I am proud to have something that carries on my mom's legacy of artistic ability too. I think I forgot to mention that my mom was an amazing artist, but she never would have showed the world her art. And so, sometimes when I'm scared to show what I'm creating, I say, I'll do it because she couldn't. And I want to be able to have a legacy that my children are proud of. And it's been
Wow.
fun to see my daughter pick up fabric and be like, Mommy, you did this. Or she'll find like other artists' work and tell
Yeah.
her teachers, like, my mommy painted my clothing.
What does that
uh,
feel like? Like, take me to the moment that you're holding something for the first time that you created.
Yeah, it's so much different than seeing it on screen. When you see your designs in person, it's surreal. It's so much better than you could ever dream. And when I see it on products, I don't even know. I think I'll be speechless. I did print some of my own wrapping paper and things for this Christmas season. And so
Mm.
my designs are on my wrapping paper under my Christmas tree. you can only try. And all of the excuses that you come up with, this is oversaturated. There's so many people that do this. Who would want my art on their products? There's somebody out there that will want it. And if you stay true to what you like and what you enjoy, there's gonna be somebody out there that has a desire to have what you're creating. And then I think just listening to the advice that there's room for everybody here. I have not experienced a competitive person. I've not come across that where, somebody's withholding advice or trade secrets. It's kind of a space where everybody wants to see everyone else succeed and wants to help. And
Mm.
I don't know. I think if you hold back for fear of failure, you miss out on a lot of those really neat experiences and to just have the opportunity to believe in yourself.
Thank you so much. Your story is really, really inspiring, and I'm sorry that you have to share it, and also look at all that it's brought to life.
Yeah. Thank you for just the opportunity to go back through and think about it too. I think a lot of times we move forward so fast in life that we forget to look back and appreciate the journey that we've taken.